1, and a 2, and a 1.
Welcome to another edition of Post Play, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to us, of course, by our friends from Chooks to Go. My name is Noel Zarate. Over here is Don Aliado. We got one guy missing. Ali Peak is on his way here. Stuck in heavy traffic because of the heavy downpour. Mr. Aliado, greetings, please.
He just came from the hospital. He's on the road right now, so I don't know what he did in the hospital. Looks like it's some sort of infection. I don't know, maybe he needs a little penicillin. So since he's not here, he's not able to defend himself, I will defend him for him.
Okay, we're gonna do some defending as well to everybody watching us live right now on Facebook and all of us Sports 5 platforms. We have the new faces in the Gilas pool right now, and of course we're gonna find out the reason why Ali and I, actually when Ali shows up later, why our voices are a little hoarse. That's Joshua Smith's fault, but we'll talk about that a little later on. We do have some new faces again for Gilas. The development is done, and we've been told this already over the past few days that since Global Port acquired some Gilas members in Bradwin Ginto and Jonathan Gray, they can only send one representative from Gilas to the pool if need be. And I believe that's going to be Terrence Romeo either way, or their cadet would be Von Pesumal. Now they got two extra guys there, so the decision was reached to actually replace the two guys that came from NLEX and from Meralco in Bradwin Ginto and Jonathan Gray and be replaced with someone else. So the coaching staff of Gilas actually went out and chose from the Meralco Bolts Basera Mer to replace Jonathan Gray, and from NLEX they got Kevin Alas to replace Bradwin Ginto. Your thoughts on this?
I think Bradwin Ginto is not for international games.
Not yet.
As of today,
Yeah.
as of now. Siguro pang ano talaga yung laro niya is he's an undersized big man. And that being said, undersized big man, yung skills niya pang big man talaga pang low post. Now kung isasabak natin siya sa Gilas training na yan, sa Gilas pool, he's gonna be facing bigger, taller, stronger, faster opponents.
Yeah.
So medyo for me magiging alanganin siya sa pwesto na yun.
Okay.
And again, yung game niya, yung laro niya pang PBA talaga. Now for Baser Amer, wow, can't say enough about that guy. I mean, Baser, the hammer.
Plus.
You know, the hammer has just proven himself again and again. He's gone out of the shadows of Jimmy Alapag, and he's molded himself into one of the superstars of the PBA and the future superstar in international games for Gilas. So you gotta watch out for this guy, Baser Amer.
And Baser Amer, of course, reunited with Jimmy Alapag over at Gilas, also as assistant coach over at Meralco. Now, with the departure from the lineup of Jonathan Gray and Bradwin Ginto, so medyo okay naman kasi Jonathan Gray was replaced by Baser Amer, technically, same with the Meralco fold. Kevin Alas was the one who came in to replace Bradwin Ginto, which now throws us in the flux a bit because we lost one more big guy.
Well, you have you got him coming in for with Baser and replacing Bradwin Ginto. Now Kevin Alas, he's very versatile. I like what he brings to the table. Again, he has room for improvement. And by that, I mean improvement going into the international games. He's going to be able to have experience being in the Gilas pool. And that's what's very important. A versatile guy like Kevin Alas being able to learn for a while, and he picks up fast. I've seen this kid. I like the way he plays. I like his game. His maturity has increased yearly. So that's very important for me. That's one of the things that I look for when scouting players. His ability to improve and the next level.
Absolutely.
Throughout his career.
But again, now that gives us a 4-point guard chore. Now we got besides Kevin Alas and Baser Amer, you already have somebody like Mike Tolomia, and even LA Revilla is in the mix there. So a lot of guards for this group. But help is also on the way because we do have a few more additions to the Gilas pool right now.
Well, let me guess. I know who it is. Jordan Clarkson will be there.
And you know what? There is no FIBA rule preventing Jordan Clarkson for playing for the Philippines. However,
wishful thinking.
However, he's not, and that's a whole different episode right there.
Yeah, but Gilas is working on it, so be prepared for that episode.
Yeah, so that could happen soon. Maybe it won't happen this year, but we're working on it. The home and away is actually a pretty long, drawn tournament, but That's for another day. Now, we've also added in the pool, well, we did add them. They were added by the coaching staff, courtesy of Chot Reyes, head coach, and Jimmy Alapag also were impressed by the 17-year-old kid, Phil Nigerian, AJ Edu. Now, he came here for the first time, did a few guestings, but we actually only saw him in action for the first time in the Gilas practice recently. Now, this kid could move. 6'9" doesn't feel like he's 6'9". Looks like he's a 6'5" Filipino, moves like a 6'9" guy, and he's just, he's very long, and he is very, very talented.
Well, the versatility of this guy for being 6'9" is really good. He, looking at the practice, he was picking up the dribble drive offense, and that's very important. You playing for Coach Chot Reyes, you have to have this number one. If you're not a thinking player, you won't be able to survive, in the practices that he holds. He holds you accountable for your actions. He holds you accountable for your performance each and every day. Now, looking at the video clips of AJ Edu, I mentioned already he was versatile, and again, he was able to pick up the dribble drive offense quite fast.
Yeah.
What impressed Coach Chot and Coach Jimmy Alapag, I believe, was his ability to, of course, adapt to the situation
And hang with the big guys.
and his versatility.
Yeah.
The versatility part there, because I was only 17 years old, guys. Remember, 17 lang siya, 6'9", Phil Nigerian, and he moves really well. He's fast, he's mobile, agile. So there's room for improvement for the 17-year-old. What more when he reaches the age of 21, 22, starting into his prime years of athletic ability?
We do have a few of those guys in the works. Now, we do have a 19-year-old who just came from Nantes, France, by the name of Kobe Paras, who could also be in the mix one day. There's a 17-year-old kid who was here during the high school championship, 6'8", 6'9" guy named Kamaka Hepa, Kamaka could just like flat out play like Dirk Nowitzki and has the defense as well. Then we have a 14-year-old waiting in the wings to join these guys, 14-year-old, 6'11" kid in Kai Soto, the son of Irvin Soto. So again, the future is very bright. You guys are getting impatient that we're not yet the world class or world dominating in the sport of basketball. Give it about half a decade.
Well,
probably get there.
in a sense, we are world known now.
Asia, we're good now.
In Asia, of course, after we toppled Korea, our name spread out across the globe. Like, oh, hey, Philippines is back on the map.
Right. We are the second best team in Asia right now. And this coming August, we could be the best team in Asia. But that's, again, another episode there altogether. Another name, Don, that was recently added was a guy we thought was snubbed from the Gilas pool altogether. Suddenly, he makes an appearance at the practice. We are talking about Bobby Ray Parks, former Gilas member under Coach Tab Baldwin during the OQT. He is back now in the Gilas pool, rejoining Kiefer Ravena, his Alab teammate, and also rejoining the other guys who were with him on the OQT team. Now, they say now that, all right, you got this AJ Edu who's going to replace Bradwin Ginto. Upgrade in terms of height, in terms of length. Now you got a Bobby Ray Parks who's going to replace Jonathan Gray. I also think it's an upgrade.
For replacing Jonathan Gray, okay, you have there Baser Amer, and of course you have there Kevin Alas.
Mm-hmm.
So
and now Bobby Ray
replaced Bradwin Ginto and Baser. Sorry,
AJ Edu.
AJ Edu is there. AJ Edu, he's quite young. Right now, he won't be ready for the international games. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, he's still young. He has a long way to go in terms of his maturity.
Could be the 12th man for the SEA Games, though.
Yeah, for the SEA Games, yes. But
or the Jones Cup.
We're always going to be prepared. I'm always going to be preparing. What I'm going to be preparing for. Of course, is the big stage, the big dance for us in Asia, and that's the qualifiers, the Asian qualifiers. So for now, AJ Edu is in the works to go further later on down with our other Gilas members. Now, with that being said, I think the team now, the composition of the team now, slowly being molded by Coach Chot. Mm-hmm. The parts there, like in a car, meron ka mga, syempre, may engine parts ka, may carburetor ka, may turbo ka, you have your driving chassis here and there. So slowly, Coach Chot is molding these parts. He's putting it together. Now it's only a matter of time before they start gelling. When they do start gelling, and they all of them get that dribble drive offense and that hustle that Coach Chot is always talking about and always preaching, we are going to be a force to be reckoned with in Asia. And I'm not just talking about Southeast Asia. I'm talking about teams like Korea, China, Kazakhstan,
Japan,
of course,
Iran.
you have the Oceanic group coming in, which is Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea. These guys here, of course, they know who we are from a couple of years ago, but they only know who we are. They're not going to be cautious of us when we start getting the system down of Coach Chot. Then that's the time they're going to be like, hey, we got to prepare for Team Philippines, Gilas. These guys, they came on the map. They're here. They're hungry.
There is actually a PBA player who came from Papua New Guinea. If you follow,
I know who it is. Former teammate of mine.
Yeah, you can actually say who it is.
Sonny Thos, the boss.
He is from Papua New Guinea, so don't say that they don't have a basketball program over there, because that's where we found Sonny Thos. Now let's go back to Bobby Ray. What does Bobby Ray bring to the table as far as him being in the pool right now?
Well, his athleticism, number one. And of course his experience. He went to the D League for quite some time.
Yeah.
He just missed out on the PBA draft. He said, you know what, I'll put the PBA, the PBA draft. I'll join the PBA next time. I'm going to go over here to the United States. I'm going to go to the D League. I'm going to try to pursue my dreams and go there and get some training abroad. Well, sure enough, when he came out here, when he started playing for Gilas and against the international games, he did quite fairly well on his part.
Right. And he also had some international experience right after that, playing for Ala Pilipinas in the ASEAN Basketball League, and won the MVP award also as a local there. So that is a lot of accolades already earned for Bobby Ray. But can we say that he might be the prodigal son of Philippine basketball?
Well, I don't know about being the prodigal son, because the system that Coach Chot, the system that he employs to the Gilas players, it's not just about me. He has them integrating amongst each other, wherein they function as a group. He's never going to be like me, or I.
Yeah.
His function there with Gilas and as a team is that we are all going to move together in synchronization. And that's what Gilas is going to be all about.
Yeah. And also, he's going to be reunited with some of his former CNAG teammates there. Baser Amer, of course, played with him on the national team on more than one occasion. Again, Kiefer Avena also back in the mix there. Raymar Jose also added in that one. Yeah. I have not seen yet Stan Hardinger, though, play. I don't know. Sid, was he actually at the practice already? Stan Hardinger, he was not yet there. He's supposed to be the naturalized player that we will try out for the Jones Cup and the Southeast Asian Games.
That's a good topic for next episode.
For another episode. Yeah. So, we didn't see him. But, one topic that we really cannot avoid speaking about, although we love to talk about our national team, is that very, very sick shot by Joshua Smith yesterday. My voice is all screwed up. When you get to see Ali later, we were right next to each other yesterday. We were broadcasting the game. We sort of died. We just want to share this with you. Watch this.
On the catch, 5, 4, Smith for the win. Oh! 1.6, may 1.6 pa. San Miguel has no timeouts. Lassiter puts it up. Oh, TNT will escape SMB here in Game 1. How about Joshua Smith? Emergency
the series.
Oh, wow.
This happened in Game 1. I mean, the game was close all throughout. After the first quarter, then
he was still chatting it up with all the fans after that, against the San Miguel fans. But the thing is, he was diagnosed with a small ligament tear in his knee. And he was about to be replaced by Mike Myers, not Gold member Mike Myers, but there's a Mike Myers standing by in the wings who's supposed to be replacing. Yeah, baby, yeah. But he wasn't replaced, and they let the deadline pass, so they rolled with him here. Don, he didn't even get the start. But when he came in, he was such an impact player, 21 points, none bigger than the game winner against the three-time PBA MVP, Junmar Fajardo.
I got to say this, man. This guy, Josh Smith, I mean, he moved Junmar Fajardo. He backed down Charles Rhodes
Yeah.
as if they weren't there.
That's true.
And, I'm looking at them, I'm asking Junmar and Charles, I mean, hey, man, that's a big dude you guys are playing against. I'm like, yeah, he is huge. He is a handful. Let me tell you, Josh Smith is about 290 pounds. And that's a lot of meat. If the guy is backing into you like that, you're gonna get thrown around like
Right.
like a rag doll. I'm sorry. I mean, Josh Smith just he throws his weight around. He's very methodical in his approach. He doesn't waste a lot of energy and movement. All his movements are precise. He'll bump you, get you off balance. Now, my question is there. He did that in the first game. He won it for the first game.
Yeah.
Will he be able to last in a series?
You know what?
You got to
That's
be thinking about the series.
Exactly.
He won the battle, but can he win the war?
Exactly, because this guy actually went in the third quarter, went back to the locker room last night. He toppled. Something didn't feel right with his knee, went back to the locker room, and like Willis Reed just came back on the court and finished the job, of course, with the game winner against Junmar. Now, San Miguel, this is a very, very smart team. Okay, remember the Star Hotshot series in the semis. Oh, they got us. Game one. We'll not let that happen again. San Miguel swept the next 3 games. You sort of know that San Miguel's going to adjust to this, but that moment really belonged to Joshua Smith. But the thing is, what's the game plan now for game 2? He's hobbling.
There's going to be some adjustments made. I think continue to let Josh Smith try to beat them. Let Josh Smith try to beat us. But we got to limit R.R. Pugoy. Awesome game, by the way.
27
RR.
points.
Grabe.
Amazing.
And
That's his first finals appearance, by the way.
Yeah. And of course, Jason Castro. I mean,
Yeah.
that was given. Him and Castro. I guess the best defensive point guard for me is Chris Ross in the PBA. The best point guard in Asia. Everybody dubbed him as the best point guard in Asia. Jason Castro. These two guards are going at it. Their numbers are almost similar. Jason Castro, triple-double almost.
Almost, yes. Yeah.
Chris Ross, triple-double,
Yeah.
15 assists, 9 rebounds. And to go with what, 15 points or something like that?
Pretty much they
amazing
canceled each
numbers.
other out in scoring, yeah. But again, that's game 1. Now, talk about that injury of Joshua Smith, Don. He tried very, very hard. He was hobbling up and down the court. Then at one point, it gave way. Another time it gave way, and he landed on Chris Ross.
Yeah,
Chris Ross hindi niya kita doon pala si Chris Ross. They couldn't call anything. Chris Ross holding on to his head like, what the hell just happened to me, right?
Yeah.
But talk about the injury that he's going through right now. That must be really painful.
I think the injury, first of all, Josh Smith has a huge heart. He's playing throughout pain. He's playing through medication. He's playing through cortisone shots, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would think so.
To numb the pain. Again, he's 290 pounds. And that's a lot of force to have on your knees and on your ankles and on your legs.
Yeah, and on Junmar Fajardo, too.
Strong, bulky guy. So that injury right there is my concern throughout the series. I think that, yes, game 1, they won it. He won it for them. How will he fare out in games 2, 3, 4, and 5? Throughout the series, again, that San Miguel, it's in the advantage of San Miguel if they lengthen the series.
Correct. You're absolutely right.
If they lengthen the series, then that's where San Miguel has the advantage over Josh Smith.
Now, what happened also for TNT yesterday is that 2 key players, actually 2 starters, didn't get to play at all. Randy Del Campo is down with some kind of bug.
Yeah.
He'll probably be available for game 3 at the very earliest. We're here in game 4. Ryan Reyes sprained his ankle, of course, in game 4 of the Ginebra series. They say it's a mild sprain, but he never left the bench yesterday. Talk about these 2 veterans and how TNT just dodged a bullet yesterday.
Well, you want to talk about timely baskets, timely hits. Ranadel, and Ryan Reyes, they provide these baskets every time, that there's an emergency. We need to score. We are in dire need of points. Jason Castro has poured in 40 points already. They're
We're
playing.
still down by 3.
Yeah, they're already doubling Jason Castro. Who do we go to? Okay, Ranadel and Ryan Reyes. But they're not in the game. And these are the things that Ryan Reyes and Ranadel de Ocampo provide for talk and text.
Right.
They have been doing this all throughout their career. They need big baskets. These guys always have come through for talk and text.
And the thing is also, Roger Pogoy, R.R. Pogoy, had to carry that load yesterday. Semerad,
Tapang.
yeah, didn't.
Sobrang tapang ni Pogoy.
Sinabi na ni Jimmy, and when Jimmy was here the last time, the one word that Jimmy used is this guy doesn't back down.
Yeah.
He doesn't back down on anybody, and he was just firing over anybody. In the first half, he was like 2 for 8. Didn't matter. He still finished with 27 points. He was getting his shots. And Jason Castro, 11 points, scoreless throughout the fourth quarter, hit a big three with time winding down in the fourth quarter to make it 102 to 99. That gave TNT the lead. San Miguel had to bounce back from that, tied up at 102. But again, Joshua Smith with the last say.
It was Joshua Smith, man. I mean, the presence of mind, he could not find his teammates. He catches the ball. He knows he has seconds.
You saw that. He was backing down.
He had nobody to pass to, and the presence of mind, he was like, okay, so I have 3 seconds to go. So he went straight to the basket, boom, bumped Junmar Fajardo twice, and then the third time got him off balance, and then went for that jump hook shot, which is virtually unstoppable with the massive strength of Josh Smith.
All right, game 2, of course, is tomorrow at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. What does San Miguel need to do? They actually had to come from behind in this one. They were down by 9 points with 3.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. That shouldn't happen anymore. Marshall wasn't a factor. Chris Ross, yeah, he had other numbers, but he wasn't really a factor. Alex Cabagnot practically didn't even play the last 2 minutes. So what's going on with the Beermen? How do they address this now to tie it up tomorrow?
They should not have significant changes. They should not make big changes. Again, you know, the outlook that they had a game plan. It was a good game plan. What I think they need to do more is more of an up and down game with Talking Text. Why? Is because Josh Smith, again, you want to get him tired. You want to get him, you want to prolong the series. And in prolonging the series, that'll be to the advantage of San Miguel. Now, Junmar Fajardo, Charles Rhodes, Yancy De Ocampo.
Arwin.
These guys, these guys are going to take turns in trying to contain. I mean, trying to contain, the bulky, the hulky Josh Smith. And they have to do that. They have to play as a team and to just try to neutralize him. You're going to try to stop Josh Smith, but okay, let him go one-on-one and get him tired throughout the series. But again, do not allow guys like R.R. Pogoy, Jason Cass, Garcia as well. Yeah. Oh, wow, Garcia, wow, another great game. And then also, of course, Jason Castro to get their numbers. Don't allow these other 3 killers to be significant in the game. Let Josh Smith get his own. Let him get 40 points and go throughout. He's
gonna blow a tire if he does that. Goes for 40.
Well, again, he does have an injury now.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about the game plan of what San Miguel might do. This is what they might do. They lengthen the series, because they know that Josh Smith has an injury, and that's going to be up to their advantage.
And of course, by lengthening the series, it will also work for TNT because they get Ranidel back, they get Ryan Reyes back, so the plot thickens. Of course, tomorrow the game will be at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Game number 2. You working that game tomorrow?
I'll be there Sunday.
Oh, you'll be there Sunday.
And you know what? I tell you. The 5 games that I've covered San Miguel, they have never lost.
Oops.
So Sunday, I'm covering them on Sunday.
Yeah.
5 games I've covered for San Miguel, they've never lost.
Charles Rhodes was 6 for 6 from the free throw line when I pointed it out yesterday on radio. Then he missed 2 in a row. Don't do that, Mr. Aliado. But again, I will see you on Sunday. I'll also be working the game on Sunday. And we miss Ali. But we know you're going to be better, buddy, coming out of the hospital.
Take those penicillin shots. Those are very important. You need those penicillin for it to go away. Okay?
Thanks to our friends from Chicks to Go for making this happen as well. He's Don Aliado. My name is Noel Zarate. For all the hardworking men and women of Sports 5. We'll see you next time. This has been Post Play. Oh, you got to go. Do your thing.
Oh, yeah. For the cleanest kicks, customization, restoration.
He has to. No Ali here today.
Yeah. You go to Repent Manila. It's my shop in Katipunan, White Plains. We'll fix your shoe up. We'll turn your old shoes into brand new again. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
I'll bring some of my old shoes. You're going to run away. This has been Post Play.